Last one. Shout out to our brother, Mr. Ryder says, is it true loneliness is making men give up and leaving the workforce slowly? And it will have profound effects on Social Security, the economy, and society. I think they need to fix the issue of men believing that they're lonely. They do. They do. But again, once you are unlonely, it doesn't make the problem go away. There's a lot of men that are in relationships that are normies. I'm sorry, that are lonely. So men think the relationship is going to solve their problem. They're often going to pick a person that is not going to solve that situation. So yeah, men maybe with great deficiencies aren't finding good success in relationships, but I think this is a choice as well. This is a choice because, you know, you can get booty out here. You can get some punani out here if you want to. You just don't want to do it that way. Okay, you made your choice. Fine. You don't want to get rich and mess with gold diggers. Fine. You don't want to go down to the jerk shack? Fine. You don't want to go to the JUCO? Fine. You want a woman to love you for you? Nigga, it don't exist. And that's your own personal problem. You want women, you don't mind if I riff, you want women to be who you want them to be. Today's women want to be the women they want to be. Most women today, God bless them, they don't care about you motherfuckers and they never will. Now, when I say they don't care about you, I mean they're not going to pattern their life and organize it around what they believe you want and you're a regular dude. They're not going to do so. They're very clear and explicit that they're not taking that route. How many times do you guys got to hear it before you wake up, you bitch ass ninja, you penguin? They don't want that. They're not going to sit around waiting for you to figure it out and get off your ass and none of that. They're going for the top 10 to 20% men and they're unapologetic about it. Now, if you want to keep crying about it, you lonely motherfucker. And it's going to have long-ranging effects on the majority of men and where they stay. You want to be lazy and think you're entitled to a woman, you goofy ass ninja, because you're a man and you got a prick between your legs. You think women are just going to come submit to you. You're out of your mind. Women are on a mission. They're on a mission. And it does not include you. Now, when they want to include you, they'll include you. But it ain't like they're going to be placating to you when they include you. They're not doing it. Okay? They're very clear. The instructions are clear. It's you guys that don't want to hear the instruction. Women are different today. They can go get their own money. They could go get somebody to love and they could get somebody to do some struggle snuggle, whatever the fuck they want to do. They can go guzzle some meat and they can start at 13 all the way to 50, 64 apparently. They can get dick down. You see what I mean? They ain't waiting for no love from you. Now they'll transfer their leftover baggage to you at any point of the relationship. But they're not waking up finding, I'm going to go find a man. They're not waking up with that mindset. That ship has sailed. With that being said, are men going to continue to be lonely related to this? If that's your own choice, that's your choice. That's going to be a choice. You're making that own decision because you want women to be, I want them to be loyal and only have sex with me. Bruh, that's dead. All right, that's obviously not existent. All right, that don't exist. Now, if it exists, because the ladies like, it is for me. Let me tell you, if that exists, you got to realize there's going to be 100,000 men trying to get that one woman. So let's just say there's a woman out here that wants to pattern her life behind a man, and she's now going to turn from 18 to 19. She's ready to go. I'm ready to be a wife, stay-at-home mom, cook, clean, be loyal, and not fuck nobody else but you, and I'll fuck you every day. And she exists. There's going to be 100,000 men breathing down her neck in a matter of moments. She ain't going to last very long in the marketplace. She's going to be swooped up by a Chad, a man with money, everything you ain't. You better wake up. She'll be swooped up quick before you even get your goddamn mortgage application in. So I'm trying to help men understand that. We are in a competitive landscape with The realities, the realities are the realities. This is our reality. What can we do with the reality? I ain't trying to bring women back to a fantasy. Have you ever heard me one time say, this is how women should change? Not once. Have you ever heard me call a woman a 304? Yep. But have I said, I use that as a descriptor. I'm saying there's a need for 304s. I'm not saying women should change their ways from being 304s and get back to tradition. I've never used that type of strategy for men or women. I basically said these women want to be 304s at some particular point. They're all kind of doing versions of it. Let them be there. We need these wild horses. Let them run free. Feminism freed you. You can travel, you can move around the world, and you can find out that women are women around the world. Okay? But ain't no good old days where, and I think that here, if there's a male loneliness epidemic, it's their own fault at this point. It's your own fault for trying to wait for a unicorn to come around to love your recessed chin looking ass. Yeah, you know, it's your own fault. You could have woke up a long time ago. I've been on this program for 7 years telling you men to wake up, and you won't do it. I gave you a manual, Free Agent Lifestyle. You ain't cracked it open yet. All right, the reality is the reality. All right, but anyway, yeah, it's going to cause massive problems because men, for the most part, are thinking that they have no chance. I have no chance. You got a lot of chances. There's a lot to be gained out here. And men, another thing here. Another thing for the most part. You know, the days where you can get you a wife at 21, gone. It's gone. So you have to become. You have to become something. If you don't become something, you get weeded out. Survival of the fittest. All right. Survival of the fittest. He says it's not as simple as saying it's our fault. You have choice. What do you want, sir? What do you want? Okay. This guy's here. I'll give you a chance because you don't have an icon. He said that's definitely not true. It's not as simple as saying it's their fault. What do you want? I want you to spell it out, sir. Let me counsel this young man. Spell out what you want. What do you want, sir? All right, type it out very slowly. Do not, and let me read it. Robin right there, 64-bit. What do you want? Type that shit out. Ladies, watch me do my work here. Watch me do my work. What is it that you want? What's missing in your life today? What's missing in regards to women? What do you want from them to do? Men aren't taught these things. I've been here for 7 years teaching you these things. You've been watching me. I'm right here. I'm teaching it to you right now. I'm teaching it to you. I'll bear with you. He says, we are listening to you. We get it. That's not deniable. Tell me what you want. You said it's not your fault. It's not choice. Tell me what you want, sir. In regards to women, what do you want? What do you want them to do? He says, I want a hug. All right. What do you want them to do? He says, but you're blaming most men that don't access you. What do you want? Let's get into it. I'm here to help. I got time. I got a little bit of time. I know people don't want to hear this. Look, but listen.
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
You don't have these problems. Okay, so what the hell are you talking about? Okay, sir. You don't have the problems. Let's go back. What do you think men want? He's right here. He's dodging. He's tap dancing. You don't have the problems. Okay, the men who have the problems, what do they want? They need to be directed to places like this. Got it. But what do they want from women? Anybody can answer this? Can anybody answer? Can anybody answer? Speak up. What do y'all want? What do y'all want women to do? Speak up. What do you want them to do? Do you want them to come to you? Want them to desire you? Do you want them to massage your leg? Do you want them to fuck you on command? Do you want them to organize and pattern their lives around you? Do you want them to bend over when you ask? What do you want? You want them to look like Nikki Cox in her prime? What do you want? You want easy access to punani? See, here's the problem. You have a choice. You have a choice to wake up to the reality of today. That's a choice. Those women are few and far between. That's number one. Number two, if they are there, there's going to be a major competition for that woman that you're not going to win because you're not prepared. So that's a choice. You have the ability to be prepared. You want simple, peaceful life with a family. Thank you. I finally got it out of them. All right. So men want a simple, peaceful life with family. Today, thank you, sir. Today, that is not a guarantee even if you get it. So you just want it to be simple and peaceful. If you get into a marriage today, I've pretty much proven that that doesn't exist. You're not getting peace. You're getting goddamn chaos in a relationship. Constantly, steadily, on a daily basis. That's number one. So you ain't getting that unless you live in the goddamn where Grizzly Adams lives. So you're getting highly chaotic relationships. Many of them toxic, with many men and women having depression and many men jerking off the prawn. We got that. That's a relationship. So you ain't going to be guaranteed that even if a woman came and gave it to you. Next, you want a family. Go ahead. Go have one. More than likely, you'll be broken up from that family before the kids hit 17. Highly likely. That is a standard today. That is a standard. So you're asking for something that you really have to work hard to get. You're not going to be issued this like you're going to be issued your gun and your boots and your goddamn camouflage pants and your hat at the military. Okay, so you're not guaranteed that even if you get a woman. These women are coming in chaotic as hell. All right, especially if she's 30 and 40 and 25. So these aren't guarantees if you get it. So at that point, to be able to better position yourself to get it, you can make a choice. You, on the other hand, can compete. Put yourself in a highly competitive arena where you can ensure that. Other than that, that ain't no guarantee. All right, so if you're a guy and you want that, there's no chance that you're going to get that. Almost zero. Right? There's almost zero. Not even people married have that right now. Look how many people married going through bullshit. They're in relationships going through bullshit. So you can't get that. That's not something you're going to get. So I'm trying to tell men, you ain't going to get that even if you found the perfect girl. Right? Peace with a family to live somewhere right off the river and you fish for your food. This is not going to be the norm. I mean, that is going to be abnormal chance that you get that. You want a woman to not talk, barefoot and pregnant. She says, yes, dear, yes, honey. She serves you and makes your plate. These are highly likely not going to happen to you. Similarly to the women out here saying they want a guy 6 foot tall with 6-pack abs, that's rich, high value man, that pedestalizes me. Highly likely ain't going to get that. So now what do we do with the reality? Do we give up? Yes. Men or women are giving up. Men or women are saying, if I don't get that, I want nothing. Okay. All right. So people want, and somebody's mentioning they want a family, but they need a family. Fine with me. Go get one. I mean, I'm not stopping you from getting one. So go get it. Now, if you think that is a solution, then you're going to be sadly mistaken. All right. So you think, hey, I don't want a family. I need a family. I need a family. I need kids. I need all of that. I got women telling women to start having kids at 30. You, on the other hand, are 24. The majority of women are going to probably listen to her more than they're going to listen to you. So what are you going to do from 24 to 30? You're going to have a family? Probably not. Go get you a family. You can have a ready-made family. You can start popping out kids. Can you keep that family, though? That's been the greatest challenge. Men start families they can't keep. Again, it's a choice. Here's the way you fix that. Here's the way you fix that. And I'm glad I'm able to help. Do you have a choice? Yes. You're sitting there in Memphis, in Jacksonville, in Kentucky, trying to make families out of American women who obviously don't intend to do that. They want to be on OnlyFans and fucking and working at the goddamn Come and Go and the Flying J, trying to build their career up, lost, misguided, being last text, going back to school, deep in debt. So why don't you get on a plane and go to the Philippines and find you one? As I said, there's a choice. But no, you're stuck in Jacksonville. Did I tell you it was a choice? Why don't you go to the Philippines? You might increase your odds. That's an example of choice. No, you want it to be right here and right where you want it in Newport News, Virginia. You want it to be right where you are in Bangor, Maine. You want it to be right where you are in Portland, Oregon. And you don't make no moves. You don't build no money up. You don't get your passport. You don't go take off to a land where that's going to be more likely to happen. You stay right here. That's a choice. As I said earlier, that's a choice. You guys made a choice. That's a classic example of you're choosing loneliness. You got choice. The brother Aaron Clarey, this is what he once said. He once said this. He said, listen, if you're a short man, you're a short male, and you're like, these girls want everybody to be taller than them. They want everybody to be 6 foot tall. You know what Aaron Clarey said? Why don't you go somewhere where the average height of men is lower? So he said, go to Bali, go to Thailand, where you're a fucking giant and you're 5'8", 5'9". You're a giant. Instead, you want to be in the European nations where everybody's big, right? All the European areas, all the Europeans tend to be tall. So you got Sweden, Finland, Norway, Germany, United Kingdom, America. All of the Europeans are literally tall. They're giants. That's where the giants are. Okay, why don't you go to the Asian countries? You'll be tall. But you don't. You stay your ass right here, and everybody keeps growing 6 feet, 6'1", 6'4", and you stay here and you're 5'7", and you crying in your soup. Listen, if that's what you want to do, you can change the circumstances tomorrow by choice, but you don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Okay, stay here then and compete. Now you need to be 5'7" and have some money. Okay? So that's a choice. Again, you're choosing to be in these circumstances. Well, I don't want to have to get money. But okay, well, shut the fuck up.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Shut up. Go to Mexico and be tall. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do by choice. But you don't want to do it. You just want to stay there where you are and let the money tree hit you. You don't want to move. You don't want to get a car. You don't want to get a nice job. You don't want to do anything to change your circumstances. So then you start bitching and complaining about why the situation is where you are in Seattle, Washington. Get out of Seattle. Move. Go somewhere else. Well, I don't want to move. Okay, well, stay right here and cry. I don't know what to tell you. What do you want me to do, guys? You want me to change women? I can't change them. I can't change the women. We can't change them. Feminism is their software. We can't change them. I can just make you aware of it, make you see what your odds are out here, then give you trade-offs. Give you some trade-offs. But you're just going to sit here and then think the women are going to change one day. They are not. Anytime soon, gentlemen. I'm going to tell you again, the women you want are not changing anytime soon. I'm talking about in generations. We're going to have a nuclear fallout or a nuclear war. And even that ain't going to save you, sir. That ain't going to save you. When I said men are choosing to be lonely, that's an example. Well, coach, I want some punani. Go get some. Here, you can take $80, go right to the goddamn massage parlor, and your meat will get fixed up. Well, I don't want it that way.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Okay, survival of the fittest, you will be weeded out. All right, so we're going to weed out all of you people. And do you think women will bat an eye? No. Here's a reality. Do you think women will bat an eye when you come up missing? When you drop out? I don't want you to even worry about this, but they will not be concerned. Right? They will not be concerned if you drop the fuck out. Only the fact that your wallet is coming up missing. All right, they need access to your dough. But if you ain't going to put in what they call the work, it ain't happening for you. So enough of that crying. Just drop off, go to a cabin in the woods and fish and hang out with Bigfoot and whatever shit that you guys come up with to live off the grid to make yourself feel good about you not wanting to become better. By the way, my book, Free Agent Lifestyle, is it's about becoming better. It's not about just sitting out and dropping out. It's not a segregationist book on how we separate from women and enjoy life. All right, so look at the book, read it, and know that there's no solutions. There's trade-offs.